What up, y'all? It's your boy MJ the Plus, the Wrestling Encyclopedia. Welcome to a new era in learning the ropes as I am taking over for XOJ and B-Roll. Again, thanks those two for believing in me and that I can do this. We have a special episode this week where we are talking about our 13 favorite independent wrestlers of all time. First, I have some special guests. First, I have to the side of me my brother Husky Rose. You've seen me with him on many things, like Queen's Court and our watch-alongs, along with a bunch on here. Husky, how you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Doing good. Lana, very excited to talk about some our favorite indie wrestlers tonight. This is gonna be awesome.
To the diagonal of me, I have my brother Ethan James from On the.
We are dead. We are not on a forklift anymore.
Oh,
I almost had you tripped up. Hi, I'm Ethan James. I am the owner.
I thought so, but I wasn't not sure.
No, you were good. You're fine. We ended on good terms. Everything, like, we're still friends. We just don't do the show anymore. Hi, I'm Ethan James. I'm the owner and promoter of Divine Pro Wrestling. We're one of like 7 all-women's pro wrestling companies in the country. And I'm the occasional bump dummy when somebody needs to go through a table at one of the local shows. So thanks for having me on today.
You are welcome. And to the bottom of me, I have a good friend of mine who I've made over the last year. He is an independent wrestler from the Bay Area, Stockton, I believe.
No, Oakland.
Oakland. I was like, I couldn't. Internet lies.
This is why you don't go to cage match.
Shay, yo, that's hilarious.
Got called out.
If there's one thing I can say before we do the whole spiel. Cage match literally said that I was from Stockton, California. No, I lived there, but I'm from California. I'm from Bancroft, literally dead East Oakland. But Stockton, California, which is the valley that's having the Bay Area.
Yeah.
It's like next city before Sacramento.
He is one half of the Stars of Wrestling Tag Team Champions with the homie Dre Fresh. And August 30th, he will be at my home promotion, Oblivion Wrestling for the Oblivion World title against Steve Miggs. This is the homie Alpha Zoe. Zoe, how are you doing, big bro?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Just got off work. Fuck Steve Miggs. We are here. What's up?
Funny thing is, I was about to have Miggs on the show, but he had daddy duties. So, because I was plugging the fuck out of the show today. Because, I love Oblivion. So before we get on to that, I have one thing to do. Since this is about Oblivion Pro Wrestling and our original co-hosts XOJ and B-Roll are a part of the Indiana pro wrestling scene, we are going to do a little plug-a-palooza real quick, y'all.
Introducing the participants in the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament. Bobby Flacco, Lord Crew, Jackie Bad, Adam Priest, Dalton Davis, John Murray, Azrael Rowe, Cavron Canyon, Jeremy Hadley, Calvin Tankman, Dylan Derringer, Apollo Starr, Daniel Starling, Noah Fair, Bradley Prescott IV, and Jake Bravado. Only one can be number one. It's the third non-annual Schmitty Memorial Tournament, live Saturday, August the 23rd, from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana.
Shout out to XOJ and B-Roll being part of that event. Shout out to the promoter, Cole Ratty Daddy Radrick. That tournament looks amazing. Can't wait to watch it.
Oh yeah.
So my homeboy Tank man probably gonna take it, but
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Calvin Tankman in that one.
Got some guys local to me there. Dylan Derringer wrestles for All Class Independent Championship Wrestling. It's up here. They have a show tomorrow night where he's actually the champion at it.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah.
So
I rent my ring from them, so I want to plug them anytime I can to keep getting a good rate.
Hey,
plugging is what we do here. Pause if necessary on that.
yeah. Pause. What are you doing? Pause.
Resume, rewind. We plug.
Freezing.
God. All right. So before we start on our list, I have a question, ladies or gentlemen. Start with you, Husky. What is independent pro wrestling to you, and what does it mean to you?
To me, it means that, the future of the business is in the indies, and a lot of people that should have, time in a major promotion, but obviously, can't have everybody in there. But some of the best matches I've seen have been in independent companies, like for sure.
Ethan?
So this answer used to be a lot different. I used to look at independent wrestling as something that was kind of a feeder. It's where people, it was a stepping stone to something. And then now being in it, being involved in it for the last almost decade of my life, it's much more than that. It is theater. It is any kind of local entertainment that you can think of. Community theater, whether it's a drag show, whether it's people, plays in the park, whatever it is. It is something that is very tangible, very easy for people to connect with. And you just have to know that it's available in your town. Not everybody is going to be able to go see WWE every time it comes to town. You might have a ton of fans in your town. You might be busy that night. The arena only holds 16,000 people, but guess what? You can see every single week in your town, independent pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And how about you, Zoe?
It's home. I mean, as you know, to piggyback on what everyone's been saying, it's like it's a stomping ground. Yes, it's literally like you see the best professional wrestling that on the independent. All the greats start off in the independents and work their way up. But at this point in time, like if you look at how big companies are trying to run certain ways, it's just like, hey, why are you going to spend $1,398 when you go support an indie promotion?
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm going to give a man a flowers is here. WrestleMania weekend, one of the best matches I saw that weekend was you versus Gresham, Zoe.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, Jonathan Gresham. He said he wanted a round two for it. My boy got to get better though. When he had that stroke, it was scary. But yeah, thank you, man. It was one of the 3 matches I had during more than 3. I hate Vegas as a whole. Don't act like Vegas. So I'm not gonna go back there next WrestleMania weekend. I'm gonna stay home.
I have heard from many independent wrestlers who were there that weekend that was not fun to do.
Nope. I got to preserve my body. I'm 31 years of age. I don't want to wrestle 8 matches in the hot sun.
No.
Yeah. Especially small. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what's good on with these lists? Husky, who is your 13th favorite independent wrestler of all time?
All right. Dude, this guy is on my list mainly just because he helped create a promotion that was like a mainstay in like the mid 2000s to like the late 2010s, and that is Super Dragon.
Yeah.
Like gotta give the man credit for what him and all those dudes did by creating PWG.
Mm-hmm.
And having a place that has some of the wildest moments in independent history, like the goofy shit 10-man tag with Jushin Liger where they do the whole fucking thumb in the ass spot and like march around the ring and shit, and just like all the crazy matches at all the like all-star weekends and stuff, like everything that he was involved with. And also the Psycho Driver is one of the craziest finishers of all time. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, that looks terrifying. You couldn't pay me to take that. Ain't no way.
Ethan?
Yeah, so this guy, while more known for his, I guess, mainstay stuff, he's been in the independents, if we want to go that route, for the majority of his career, at least the majority of the last 20 years. And he would be my 13th reason why. It's Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Let's go.
So a dude that just constantly wanted to I don't know, hit the highs that his dad hit as a promoter and hit the highs that Ric Flair hit as a wrestler, and he really never hit both of them. I do actually think his run in AEW recently has probably been the best stuff of his career that was going on for a while there. But like I said, I didn't do a lot of research, but that's where we're starting off. We'll finish higher than that.
I'm so pissed. I'm pissed at Jeff Jarrett for his reign of terror with the NWA belt.
He's also the greatest member of the Bullet Club. Like
when he showed up on GCW and took on Effie, I was, that's kind of where I'm drawing a lot of this from.
The whole Last Outlaw run.
Yeah.
Zoe, who is your 13th favorite independent wrestler?
13th. There's so many people that I look up to in the independent scene. As of right now, my 13th pick would be somebody that I actually wrestled before he left, because he got signed when we wrestled. Was Alex Shelley.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So I was one of his last matches before he went and started. I mean, everything, Ring of Honor, PWG, fucking TNA, like it. Man has a catalog of matches, and if there's one thing I can tell people is watch his stuff, because you can easily find an Alex Shelley match, and he raps like just crazy every time. Crazy card, crazy in-ring ability. He knows how to tell a story. Psychology is amazing. Flowers.
I've been able to he did a lot of stuff for Prestige in Portland. And I've been able to talk to a few of the guys who work Prestige and tell me Alex Shelley stories. They tell me how not only a great wrestler he is, but a great human being and what he's done for the business behind the scenes.
That part.
Alex is excellent too, and he gives back to everybody. Like, so again, shameless self plug. I went to House of Truth, which is where Shelley started at, and he's back there every Tuesday. If you're alumni or if you're a current student, it's free. If you're alumni, it's $20 to train with him. On that's just on a Tuesday, and that's incredible for somebody of his stature and in the place he is in his career, for you to be able to go back and feed off of that. And I think it really speaks to the caliber of character that Alex is.
Yeah.
My
13th favorite independent wrestler is a guy, unless you really dig deep into the niches of early 2000s and late 90s independent wrestling, and we talked about me having a niche-ish, a guy who wrestled and started his career in Cincinnati, Ohio, Chad Collier. HWA.
You did a video on him recently, didn't you?
Yes, I love Chad Collier. One of the best technical wrestlers. He did some stuff in ZCW and Ring of Honor as well, but he did have a mainstay in the Ohio area with Cincinnati and Heartland Wrestling Association. And then we're going to do the snake-wise. So my number 12, you talked about PWG. I'm going to talk about one of the unsung heroes of the early days of PWG, the professional Scott Lost.
Oh, yes. Not a lot of people talk about Scott Lost.
That's the guy that does the big. Yeah. Am I wrong?
Whoop.
I don't know where he went.
I think we lost so.
Yeah, I think we lost him.
I'm going to wait here just in case. I think his camera shuts off. I am not sure.
I zoned out.
This works. He's got a moment.
Yeah. So while we're waiting, talk about Scott Lost.
Yeah. Scott lost mostly as a tag team, known as a tag team wrestler with his tag team partner Chris Bosch. Those early shows, those early PWG shows, they were one of the greatest. He was one of the best heels in PWG and really known how to get heat, and was really known when taking bumps. He was known for spiking himself. Like he was really like he made sure that it looked like wrestlers hurt him, but was also super talented and phenomenal on the mic. So, Zoe, we're gonna start with you on number 12.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. 12. Gresham. Straightforward. Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
Same thing. Technical wrestler, knows how to tell a story. And this is what I tell a lot of people, especially if you watch like a Zack Sabre. It's a weird taste because not everybody can watch technical wrestling. You know, it have to have some type of membrane for it because everybody's so used to high spots. Watch technical wrestling, learn how to work, do the simple stuff because the less you do, the more you get out of it. You do all the crazy stuff from the jump, you basically lost the audience. But that's just
Ethan, you're number 12.
So speaking of people that are founding of multiple things, PWG was kind of what hung out in the West. On the east side of the country, we had a little lovely thing called Chikara.
Yeah.
And so at number 12 sitting on my list, Mike Quackenbush, a guy who I've been able to have some interaction with, who does a lot, again, still does a lot for the business. While Chikara is not around, he is all over, well, really the world. And talking about building character, ring psychology is another one. He's just a guy who's very open with the information that he has. And he created so many just characters, but then brought people up through the ranks. Like, all the fire ants, your Orange Cassidy, you wouldn't have an Orange Cassidy without Chikara. Quack is on that list.
Wasn't Drew Gulak one of the guys in the colony?
Soldier Ant.
Yeah, Soldier Ant. Okay,
Yeah. Hell, he built guys like Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie, like Claudio had a run in Chikara for a little bit. The Bucks,
a ton of people did.
Yeah. Name anybody that was on the Indies in the 2010s. They had a run in Chikara at one point.
Sure.
Super Dragon did.
Dragon did. Ricochet did. Like it was crazy.
Your number 12, Husky.
I am gonna go with a guy that is one of the most innovative offenses of all time. He is one of the founders of House of Glory, Amazing Red.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like I remember the first time seeing the Code Red and being like, what the fuck was that? Like, and just seeing such the crazy stuff that he was doing in TNA. Like, there's a prime example is a match. It was him and Kid Cash, where he's on the top rope and he just gets launched up like a German suplex or something off the top rope, and he just flies completely out of the ring. Some of the craziest sell jobs ever. Red walked so Dolph Ziggler could run when it comes to selling.
Facts. When I talk to people about Amazing Red, I always tell them to watch the 6-man tags with it's him and his cousins, the SATs, versus Quiet Storm and Brian XL. Phenomenal stuff in ZZW.
Yeah,
with those
combat
6-man
zone stuff
tags.
was awesome.
Husky? We're gonna go with you with your number 11.
Speaking of combat zone wrestling, this guy just hung up the boots recently, and I gotta show some love for him. The Death Machine, Sami Callihan. I fucking adore Sami Callihan. Just like as a human being, as just how he gave his body for the business. The stuff he did with John Moxley and the Switchblade Conspiracy is Go back and if y'all watched him in TNA and love the stuff that he was doing in TNA, I highly suggest going back and watching the stuff with the Switchblade Conspiracy with just him and John, and when they brought in Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
Just watch that entire run. It is fucking brilliant.
Oh, speaking of Joe Gacy, what about the match from TOD in 2017, him and Swerve?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
This is where we get into those guys just naming guys things.
Yeah, it's just four dudes on a screen naming other guys and going, yeah.
I have a fun Sammy Callahan story. I'll tell you guys off the air. But unmistakable. Plus the work with Wrestling Revolver now, kind of giving a base in the Midwest to have something here as well, and Texas. Because they operate between Ohio, Iowa, and Texas.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so shout out to Wrestling Revolver. Like they have a lot.
It's funny watching his ZZW and his hardcore stuff in TNA that he was trained by Les Thatcher.
Right. that he was
really
trained by a legendary trainer. And he's doing TOD and shit in fucking DJ Hyde's mom's backyard.
Hold on. Shout out on TOD. My lead commentator won Peapod, aka CJ Owen, aka whatever he wants to call himself at this moment in time, because he's trying to get bigger jobs. He just got the commentary gig next to Ron Niemi for TOD this year.
Oh,
so
awesome! That's
awesome. A fire card.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked for that. For him, he's worked his ass off to do that. He's been working with Walker Stewart from New Japan. The English commentary guy there. So not to steal the show, but I had to plug my boy. He does all my flyers and all my video packages and edits all of our videos and stuff. So
that's fine. So Ethan, who's your number 11?
Is it 11 or 12? What are we on? We're on 11. Oh, Steve Corino. Yeah, Steve Corino, hands down. Yeah. That's a dude who even very little time in the big leagues, but he has spent so much time giving all of the blood for the business. And he's a guy that not only was he very visceral to watch, but he could just go. He could just go in the ring. The blood was secondary to his ability in the ring. And what's really cool is his son is really friggin' good too. It's I guess he's given back in more ways than one. My favorite moments with him is when he beat the absolute fuck out of BJ Whitmer.
Oh my god, yes.
So that's just somebody I've just never liked in a character role was BJ Whitmer. And that's one of the reasons I love Steve Corino.
Yes.
The king of old school.
So you're number 11.
Number 11?
Yeah.
I would probably have to give that one to AJ.
AJ, nice.
AJ. It's from the time that I started watching wrestling. I was wrestling out about who every person was, because when I started wrestling, all I knew was WWE. I didn't know AJ was also just a regular independent wrestler. Was on TV. I was like, he's cool. Then when I started doing tape studies, AJ Styles is actually an independent wrestler before he did anything else. And honestly, I would say like his hard work and ethic is what I vibe with. Puts in a lot of work. Matched to just I like story. Tell a story, I'll watch him out.
Yeah. So my number 11 is a guy who was a wrestler and a manager, mostly for Chikara, sweet and sour Larry Sweeney.
Yeah, I knew you were going to throw Larry Sweeney in there.
The late great sweet and sour Larry Sweeney, phenomenal technical wrestler, was phenomenal on the mic, could promo the fuck out of someone. was a great try. Helped out a lot of the younger talent in Chikara, especially when certain people who started Chikara left the business, which we're gonna talk about that man later. His feuds as a wrestler with the likes of Eddie Kingston, his management of the Sweet and Sour Incorporated, which was a huge faction with the likes of Claudio and Chris Hero and a bunch of other people. Can't really name them all. But that is my number 11. And my number 10 would be a guy who, for his size, should not have been flying the way he does in the ECW arena. Husky will know who the fuck I'm talking about when I talk about that man, Ruckus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The biggest junior heavyweight in the world. His flips and dives and his just athletic ability for his size, and then you add on the gimmick of the blackout. We're not a stable, we're a label. The smoke into the weed coming out the fabulous.
Beautiful.
Just everything Ruckus did in his run is just amazing.
He had no business doing what he could do.
No. So, Husky, who is your number 10?
My number 10. We are going to go with the president of the Boomaye Fight Club, Alex Kane.
He
Love that man to death. Watching him win the MLW world title was one of the best moments I had seen in the past 5-10 years. It was so well deserved. He has done so much awesome work over the years, and it's finally good to see him get recognition like that. And I hope he gets another title run like that soon, because I need more Alex Kane in my life. And he's not that far from me, so I need to go up and see him.
I was about to say, he's from Georgia, out there trained by AR Fox.
Yeah, he's up in the Atlanta area.
I would not be shocked if we don't see Alex Kane in the next 2 years on TV.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly.
Ethan, who is your number 10?
So I have gotten very into a lot of international independent wrestling. There is this insane promotion that if anybody has not watched it in Taiwan called Puzzle. And Puzzle they have a very concentrated roster, but they're starting to get some coverage. I have some friends that are doing work. My one buddy I already mentioned, he's doing English commentary for them, but they're starting to bring in some DDT and some Noah people from Japan to wrestle and kind of get some coverage with them. However, the first Taiwanese female professional wrestler, her name is Princess Pistachio, and she's just a riot. Only wrestles the dudes there. And this is in a company with somebody named Warbear and Porco and just people like that. Princess Pistachio stands out hands down, and it's super cool to see her just doing her thing, and really groundbreaking for that country and that industry.
You said it's called Puzzle?
Yeah, it's Puzzle. It's in all caps. It's Puzzle. It's not easy to find. They post a lot of stuff on Instagram. Most of their matches are behind a paywall on YouTube, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Princess Pistachio is great.
Yeah,
that's a crazy ass name.
And she's masked too. That's the cool part. Is that following kind of the tradition of your, I guess your Hayabusas and famous masked wrestlers in that regard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. This looks crazy.
Zoe, who is your number 10?
My number 10 would be my trainer, Rick Ledgery. If you haven't heard of him, he's a NorCal legend at this point. He lives in Ohio now. Not retired, but he only wrestles for like 1 or 2 promotions now. But on the bright side of everything, he's literally one of my trainers that taught me damn near everything that I needed to know. If I'm gonna be real, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here right now. Like realistically. Fun fact, he's legally blind and he's wrestled legally blind for about 25 years.
Oh,
Has to put his phone like this close to his eye to even like scroll and look at stuff. But you wouldn't think he's blind watch him wrestle because he'll catch dives, he'll hit people with weapons and all that. Like it's pretty crazy. You won't think he's blind. And what's funny is, say I'm talking to you guys, right? I'm saying something, but in reality, I'm talking to the person next to me. That's what trips you out whenever you talk to him. He'll be looking at somebody, but be like, you're not gonna say nothing? Like what do you mean? I thought you was talking to him. So I'm blind. How am I supposed to show that I'm talking to you?
that's crazy.
Awesome. I'm gonna
Wow.
need you to send me like matches on YouTube and shit because that's
Yeah.
Oh no, I got you. He's not hard to find. RIK Luxury. He's not fine. Like
okay. Cool.
Rick Luxury. All right.
Yeah.
Rick Luxury.
Adding that to the list.
Yeah.
He's wrestled Jeff Cobb, Thatcher, the Reno Scum a lot, like because a lot of those names are from here. So like you'll probably see most of those matches pop up. Hopefully. Only APW didn't fucking put them out on YouTube because they usually forget to do anything. Yeah.
Nice.
Who's your number 9, Zoe?
Number 9, Anton Voorhees, another one of my trainers.
I love Anton.
All right.
Anton Voorhees. He's on Hood Slam. He's one half of the Caution with Dark Sheik.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I knew you would know, Husky.
I knew that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, no, he was my second trainer once I started coming into wrestling. Rick was my third trainer. Once Anton left where I was training at, Rick took over. But Anton did teach me the basics, character work, and just was teaching me a bunch of moves. But in reality, like he became one of my best friends, and he's a hard worker, and I'm happy to see him getting like booked in Washington and all that. But I feel like he can strive even further if he really, puts his mind to it. But he just got into a car accident, so I'm glad he's alive.
Damn.
Yeah, but he's okay. He's still gonna make his bookings. He's still gonna make his money.
Gotta get that money.
Yeah.
I gotta hit the pay window, daddy.
Ethan, who is your number 9?
And I swear this is not pandering to Zoe. It was already dialed up in the list. Dark Sheik.
Let's go.
So Dark Sheik is an inspiration to myself. So we run out of like Divine almost exclusively runs out of a queer club in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We are an all-inclusive promotion. We like Hood Slam specifically is an inspiration for what I do. I see the vibe that's at Hood Slam. People are right up by the ring. Everybody's kind of involved in the action. The crowd is really like a living organism around the ring as part of the building. And Sheik really is part of bringing that alive. So I love that. I love everything with Thrussie. It's just, Sheik's been a favorite of mine for about the last 3 years, really. I started doing this and everybody's like, you want to bring Alley Catch in? I'm like, no, I want to bring Sheik in. So
let's go.
As a former Hood Slam wrestler, yeah, the vibe there is completely different. I was there like 4 years ago. I was part of a group called The Squad.
I love The Squad.
Yeah, I was like the last new member that came after COVID had ended, and Sheik was like, "Do you want to work Hood Slam?" I was like, "Sure." And then I did a singles match against Thick Martell. That was my debut. Then I did a match against Trish Adora, in which a lot of people say that's probably one of the best like singles intergender matches that they've seen. And from that point on, I was put in the storyline with the squad, with Kenny K, Hip Hop Harry, and D Rogue. And then it was cookies after that. And then I came back from Japan, haven't worked Hood Slam since. So, yeah. But miss it. I miss my team though. I miss those guys.
Husky, who is your number 9?
Let me get my list back up here. Number 9, I got to shout out a friend of mine. He is a former Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling champion, the kingpin of big men, Brian Malonis.
Friend of the channel?
Friend of the channel, Brian Malonis. Brian's the best. I love that man to death. I loved his work with the Bouncers. Him and the Beer City Bruiser. Fantastic tag team. Yeah, just all around, just solid human being, and honestly, legitimately, in my opinion, one of the best big men working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he retired, he was.
Yeah.
I wish more people picked him up before he retired.
Dude, when he started doing the Pure stuff, I was like, whoa, big man can work. Let's go. Like, I love it. But yeah, so shout out to Brian. Hope you're doing well, bud.
My number 9 is a guy who now you can see every week on Monday Night Raw. But for a while there, he was a mainstay in the NWA, holding Miss Charlotte, the 16 pounds of gold. And I'm talking about Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce is, that man was destructive in the indie. That man.
Yeah. Whether it was NWA promotions like NWA from Hollywood or the PWG Midwest when he had long hair. By the way, pictures of Adam Pearce with long hair, weird as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Ricochet with long hair?
What?
Have you seen Ricochet with long hair?
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I have.
Yeah, Trevor with hair is weird. I don't like it.
I say that's probably weirder than Adam Pearce with long hair.
True.
Yeah, because Ricochet's hair, it's just like, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing here, man?
For me, it was like, how is your hair this straight? I don't understand.
If I were me, Ricochet, I'm gonna ask if he straightened his hair.
I don't think he needed to.
Ricochet's got one of my favorite gifts where he comes out of I think it's an IWA Mid-South show, and he just says, "I like skateboarding."
Yeah, he was also like 16 then.
Okay.
In his
little child.
Oh my lord.
Shocking. Something strange happens at IWAMS.
Yeah, something strange happens at Ian Rotten's house.
Show. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love how that match of Josh Abercrombie and Tyler Black was going back around, and everybody's like, "Was there tables on sale that week?" Like, because they must have used 8 tables in that entire match.
It was insane, dude.
But yeah, Adam Pearce, one of the best technical wrestlers I ever saw as a kid. One of the last wrestlers managed by Paul Bearer, which is always a fun fact for me to bring up to people who don't watch independent wrestling.
And the fact that he managed the tag team of LA Knight and Brian Cage.
Oh, yeah.
That faction was so good as heels for NWA Hollywood. And he's got the best 7-match series I have ever watched. Him versus Colt Cabana for the NWA belt, the 7 Levels of Hell, is one of the greatest stories in professional wrestling. With fuck shit happening behind the scenes, they even have a documentary about it.
I'm with it. I'm watching it.
The owners of the NWA at that time can have fucked themselves.
Oh, for real.
Fun fact, I wrestled for NWA once.
One time.
Oh,
dude.
When was that?
Once. I wrestled Mims for the international title.
Mm.
I lost, obviously, but it's okay.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for me, brother.
It was like, okay, we were fine. Yeah, you know. Hey, I impressed them. I impressed them. That's what I was told, but I haven't got. Oh, it doesn't work for them, brother. I don't know.
Billy called the man.
Yeah,
Billy called the man.
Yes.
Need money.
Get Father James Mitchell's face out of a pile of cocaine.
Tell Father James to put the bag down.
We're gonna get kicked off. This is my first night, folks. Just hosting by myself. Let's not get kicked off the YouTube.
We'll be all right.
That's why I didn't use the C word.
Oh yeah, we are on YouTube. Damn, I'm over here. Shit, my bad.
Oh,
You're good. You're fine. I was just like,
it's not my show. I'm telling him he's good.
Yeah.
I'm on here enough. This. We're all right.
So my number 8 is a guy in Ohio who I don't think gets the recognition he deserves for actually helping put that state's independent scene on the map, and that is Josh Prohibition.
Oh, yes.
A mainstay of the early days of pro wrestling in Ohio, with Pro Wrestling Ohio, the company, and other Ohio companies in the 90s. He had a phenomenal tag team with M-Dog 20 Matt Cross called Euthanasia, where they wrestled all over California with a certain company that starts with an X. I don't want to give the man that ran that company any credit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. Ugh. They also worked in ZZW as a tag team. I will say, I don't want to give the owner of that company any credit, but I am good friends with Billy Welsh, aka Messiah.
Yeah, shout out to Messiah.
Salute to him because he's actually one of the coolest dudes ever.
I have openly talked mad shit about the owner of that company.
Oh, I have too, but
we all have, man. Fuck Rob Black.
Yeah. As somebody who I can say I'm friends with, Messiah, it's definitely fuck Rob Black.
Who? Well, what? What did I miss?
Who?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Yeah, just Rob Black's a horrible human being.
Oh, okay.
But Josh Prohibition, a guy who still wrestles at least once a year now, still for AIW. Like he wants to continue this streak. He's been wrestling since 2001. So he just wants to wrestle like one match a year to say he does. So, but yeah, Josh Prohibition,
25th anniversary and wrestle one match next year.
Probably, yeah. And it's probably gonna be against Matt Cross. Love you,
Why
Matt.
not?
I love you, M-Dog 20, but
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Take my money.
I've seen Matt Cross wrestle so many times in the last 2 years, just because JCW is up here again.
Oh yeah.
But every single time he comes out, I'm like, "You're my favorite person from Backyard Wrestling too."
Such a good video game.
I forgot about the video game.
Wasn't Sanjay Dutt on that game?
Yes.
Yeah, Sanjay Dutt was. Yeah.
Love Sanjay too.
Sanjay Dutt, Violent J, Matt Cross,
Sick Nick Mondo,
yeah.
New Jack.
Yeah, New Jack was on the second one. Yeah.
Husky, who is your number 8?
My number 8. I'm gonna name a wrestler who said women can get hardcore too. I'm talking about LuFisto.
I'm with it.
What's my dog barking? I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It'll get figured out. Yeah. Just LuFisto just went out there with all the dudes and was like, I could beat ass too. And some of the gnarliest death matches I've seen have involved that woman in one way, shape, or form.
I can do it too. We can do
And
this.
do
We can
it
make
well.
this happen. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Just don't say that to the women of the AEW locker room.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess if it's coming down on me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it back old school here for a minute. Bruiser Brody.
Oh yes.
I just, man, how many people were inspired by Bruiser Brody? He didn't have the big main run. I mean, unless we're counting New Japan. But still, he worked the indies consistently. He was a dude that was just trying to support his family and do that. Sure, might have taken some advantages of some people over some time in the ring. But hey, at the end of the day, the guy's a legend. He's somebody that a lot of people look up to as very, sad situation. But he has one hell of a legacy as being just one of the toughest bastards to ever step foot in the ring.
Yeah.
100%.
Very true. Zoe, who is your number 8?
Is it bad that I have like a 2-for-1 special for this one?
No,
I'm okay with us.
Are you okay with? Are you guys okay with this?
I like when people play with the rules.
Hey,
Yeah, we bend rules all the time here.
I tickle it just a little bit. Center and State, Travis Williams and Judas Icarus. Like,
You just made Mike very happy.
well, this is the thing. Like, I literally shared the locker room with them so many times, and we talk all the time. And we watch each other's matches like respectfully, and we just give. There's never a bad critique from any one of us, and I respect their them being a tag team because they're such a great tag team. They have creative spots, tag moves, and their character work is just amazing. But I can't put one above the other. I need them to just coexist like how they always do. I mean, you feel me? Got to hit that real quick because those are. But yeah, I gotta give it to Center and Saint like 100% at that spot. I'm not gonna split them up. They have to stay right there. They're evened out. They're balanced. They're the balance. That's all I'm saying. They're the balance.
Correct. The first Oblivion show, Travis wrestled Leo Rush, which was a phenomenal fucking match. They went for almost half an hour and kicked each other's asses. It was phenomenal. But after the show, professional Travis Williams saw my Eddie Guerrero shirt, and we sat there for about 30 minutes talking about like Eddie's run on the Indies in Ring of Honor and IWA Mid-South.
Yeah, that shit
was just like, this is the like nobody talks about very few people know about that run. So I was like, this is kind of cool. I get to talk about a niche subject with somebody I do look up to. Travis is one of the coolest guys, and they are two of the best wrestlers in the Northwest.
all I got.
Zoe, who is your number 7?
My number 7 will have to be my boy, Journey Fatu.
Nice.
Jacob's little brother. Jacob Fatu's little brother. He's a death match.
Crazy. His journey's so much bigger. He actually is fucking scary.
Well, he looks scary. He's a teddy bear. He's fine. He'll give you a hug if you really want it. But yeah, no, I give it to Journey. Journey, me and him grew up in the business together. I was around Journey when he had hair. He had long hair at one point. We actually have a match on YouTube where we wrestled and he had hair and I was actually chunky. So yeah, it was a very fun match. The Tongan kid, his dad was there watching that match and he said, that match made me feel like a kid again. And I was like, then I'm doing something right. And I looked up Journey and Journey's like, don't hit me. And I'm like, okay, I won't. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, he work rate. He makes sure like everything makes sense. Even if it is a death match, he puts it all on the table for everything. He's just trying to provide for his family, for his son. I love his son, even though his son pays his own taxes at the age of like 8 right now. But you know how Samoans grow. It's all right.
They are big. Yes. As somebody who went to high school with a whole bunch of them, yeah.
He's already on the Division I scholarship. He's only 8.
Kid's in the 2nd grade and he's like 6'1", 230.
Up.
There.
Yeah. Shout out to Journey and his family. Yeah.
Ethan, who is your number 7?
So I told myself I wasn't going to put anybody on here that I really personally know, but I've thought about 3 people and I've kind of come to the conclusion I'm at least going to put one of them on here. And this is somebody that the boys at Cole TV probably know too. So when I took a long hiatus from wrestling, I was jaded. So not my trainer, but one of the other trainers that was helping at the school. I guess one of the daily guys, if you want to say that, kind of killed my the business a lot. Wasn't the greatest person to be around. Anyway, we're not talking about why it was that way. So long story short, I ended up at an indie show. And I walked in and I was, I want to say about 4 people into a battle royal, like a 20-person battle royal. I did not know who this guy was because I did not hear it. He was coming out of the curtain at the time. I couldn't hear. I was trying to place a drink order. So I sit down. He's in black cutoff overalls and he has red fishnet leggings on underneath it. He has long hair. He's got a handlebar mustache with the things that go up to this way. Started calling him Ronnie Garvin Jr. Come to find out, this gentleman's name is G.G. Jacobs. And like I said, the Cole TV boys probably know him because he wrestles in the Indiana area a lot. But my first interaction was him sliding out under the bottom rope, sliding over to me, grabbing my beard, finishing my beer off, stealing a mozzarella stick from me, and crawling back into the ring to then undo the ropes to put Crash Jackson over the second rope to win the Battle Royal. So like that to me was the point. I'm like, all right, I like this guy. I gotta get to know more about him. And he hails from Pound Town, USA. So he's got the gear. It says Pound Town, like the Bad Street shirts. Everything of me was like, hey, I love 90s wrestling. This was 90s wrestling brought to life. And then it just turns out he's just one of the coolest, chillest dudes. Yes, they know him. Come on, baby, down. Yeah, Gigi's one of them guys that like I'll go out of my way to go do a show that I'm not working on if Gigi's involved with it. Also has had some fantastic matches with Mickey Knuckles involving some silicone body parts. So you guys can kind of judge from there what that is. But yeah.
It was a silicone bicep. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. There was a hand.
All right.
One time there was a hand. This has happened multiple times.
Mark Henry.
I have said that was funny. I have said this a few times as I've done live streams with these boys. The Midwest is a weird fucking place.
Yeah, dude. I mean, coming from somebody from Indiana originally, yeah, we get weird.
We got shit but cornfields here. What else are we going to do besides get weird? We're
No
get
shit, dude. You got to go something to do.
You're either going to get drunk and go to Meijer, or you're going to go to Meijer and get drunk. There's two ways, and depending on which way it happens is dependent on how weird the night's getting.
1000%.
Husky, what is your number 7?
I'm gonna give some love to a local boy here in the Savannah, Georgia area, by the guy by the name of Bryce Cannon. If you've never heard of Bryce Cannon, he's 2010 Miz, but better. He's a total frat boy. He's got a weird fucking spike haircut, carries a paddle, just total shitbag heel, but he's incredible in the ring. I highly suggest looking him up. He's worked with Lariato Pro, Luke Gallows' promotion, a lot of stuff in the Southeast. He was actually one of the extras in the Talkin' Shop Mania 2, where they did a whole Raw Underground spoof.
Okay.
And it was Tommy Dreamer and a bunch of people were just in this weird brawl. It's hilarious if you haven't seen it, but Bryce Cannon's in that. I think he takes a spear from Rhino in it. It's fucking rad.
Ooh.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to Bryce Cannon. He's I can see that guy getting on TV within the next 2 years.
Ooh.
Like, honestly, with like him working with Gallows and Anderson, I'm surprised he hasn't like gotten a look at by TNA at this point. Because they were in TNA at the time, or yeah, they were in TNA at the time of the Talking Shop and Mania stuff.
Okay.
My number 7 is a California legend who comes out to, if I'm not mistaken, Ice Cube, and that is B-Boy.
B-Boy, yes.
B-Boy.
The hard-hitting thug from Los Angeles is one of the most. He can technical wrestle you, and then he can brawl in a split second. His work in Crash back in the day, or his work in PWG, his stuff on the East Coast, specifically in ZZW with the High Five, which I say is one of the greatest wrestling factions of all time, is just phenomenal. He's got multiple time Best of the Best winner for ZZW, PWG heavyweight champion, tag team champion. He did some stuff in Jersey All Pro with Homicide. He was part of a faction in Jersey All Pro with Homicide, Loki, Hernandez, Eddie Kingston, called the Strong Style Thugs. Just phenomenal work. But yeah, B-Boy is someone. It's just I love watching his matches. And my number 6 is a guy we talked about earlier, the owner of Chikara, owner and creator of Chikara, Mike Quackenbush.
Nice.
Again, one of the best technical wrestlers, one of the smartest IQs I've ever seen in pro wrestling business. I've always said you've made it as an independent wrestler even if you never worked for the company, the WWE asks you to come help train at the facility every once in a while, which they have done multiple times with Mike Quackenbush.
That's saying something.
Like, this dude was a lifelong indie guy, didn't really make it on any television, but the fact that he was like looked at by the coaches and the lead of NXT, the facility down there in Florida, was like, hey, come talk to the kids for a little bit.
It's because there's a lot of people from the indies that are going there, and they're like, hey, get Quack on the horn. Like, have him come up here.
Husky, what is your number 6?
My number 6 is, I believe, the first ever 3-time Ring of Honor World Champion, Adam Cole.
Baby.
Yeah.
Anybody was waiting for that, but
Boom. Yeah. His Ring of Honor stuff with the Kingdom is legendary. Him being the dirt bag in Combat Zone when he was with Mia Yim. Like, his stuff there is great. All the stuff he did in Bullet Club was hilarious. And also,
what was the faction in PWG?
Oh, he was Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Mount Rushmore. It was him, the Young Bucks, and Kevin Steen originally.
Yeah.
And then when Kevin got signed to WWE, it was Roddy Strong that took it over.
One of my favorite promos of all time.
That's what I was going to
We're good Christian boys. You can't cuss.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You pieces of ass. So good.
Nobody could flip a script like that.
No. Adam Cole, the feud between Excalibur and Adam Cole and PWG is some of my favorite stuff in the world. Because anytime that Adam Cole is in the ring, Excalibur's just burying him, being like, he didn't get enough vitamins as a kid. That's why he's little. just shitting on him constantly. And all best wishes to Adam Cole, though. Like,
Yeah.
all the shit you're going through health wise is fucking terrifying. And here's to you. I hope you get better soon, man.
Ethan, who is your number 6?
Ooh, buddy. Because we're getting into kind of the meat and potatoes of things here. I'm gonna dip back into the international pool here, and this is gonna be kind of a goofy one. I'd like to say that my list, short of the number one answer that is on my list, is not in order. The number one answer is flat out my number one. Rip to this gentleman, though. He had one of the best Twitter trolling games of all time, Mad Kurt. WCPW wrestler. He also wrestled at Rev Pro. I'm trying to think of the WCPW in the UK, not the one that Zoe wrestles at.
Yeah.
That is also defunct. And man, there were multiple times people would send me something on Twitter and be like, hey, did you see this? And I'm like, hey, did you actually look at the username on that? Because like he would change his profile photo and everything to make it look as legit as possible. But if you didn't look at that @ bar, he got so many people with so many things. And in fact, he was the one that would do the fake PWG Bola thing every year for the entrance.
Yes. Oh,
he was the one that was doing that. So he would change his account to that, and then you would see Mad Kurt. He passed away a couple of years ago. So it was just one of those guys that like made a huge impact. It's really memorable. As the UK scene got hit pretty hard, but between him passing away and Lionheart passing away,
right.
So Mad Kurt is on that list.
Zoe, who is your number 6?
My number 6 will have to be Chris Hero.
There we go.
Chris Hero. He besides being somebody that has watched him over and over again to learn how to throw quote unquote destructive forearms. I've also have I get help from Chris Hero. I can call him and actually ask him questions. Like I'm honored to be somebody learning under him. Every West Coast Pro show, if you're just there, you'll see Chris Hero just wandering in the back because he's helping in the back. He's literally helping with the matches. He's agenting. But even like after the show's over, like he'll sit there and talk to me for like 3 hours just to, pick my brain on stuff and how I want to be presented and how I should be presented and how much he just enjoys watching my matches. So, just looking up to somebody and then out of nowhere, hey, I'm Chris Hero. How's it going? What's your name? How the hell did you get here? Like,
why are you here? Respectfully, of course.
And then now, I can call him whenever I want and just be like, hey, Chris, I got a question. What's up, man? All right, here we go. 2 hours. Yep. Chris Hero.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. That's actually really cool, and I'm kind of jealous, just a little bit.
Yeah, I know, dude. I love me some Chris Hero.
All right. So, who's your number 5?
My number 5, if I'm going to be real, Mr. Red Death himself, Daniel Garcia.
Oh, let's go.
If he's not one of my favorites, he's one of my favorite wrestlers in the independents. He's also one of my favorite foes. I had the honor of wrestling him twice. I wrestled him before COVID in California. He got flown out here to do a tournament. You can find it on YouTube. It's called the Young Lions Cup.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
This is before the Dreads. Preston Vance was on it too. Viva Vance. A couple of other indie wrestlers from out here. But I personally got the honor to team up with him and then wrestle him the next round. And that was our first time ever meeting. And it's still to this day one of my favorite matches. And then at West Coast,
it was Robert Martyr and Kevin Knight and Daniel Garcia versus me, D-Rogue, and Midas at West Coast Pro. And you can tell, like, at that point, it was just like me and Daniel just knew we got to beat the shit out of each other. Like, it was off rip. As soon as he walked inside the ring, I threw everything. We got in each other's face, push and shove. Our teams respectfully have to hold both of us back. But if you it all started at the Young Lions Cup. That's where the quote unquote feud happened. And every time if it does happen, it's gonna always be it's Funk on site. That's it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's great.
Love it.
Ethan, you're number 5.
Oh, always putting me on the spot. It's gonna be Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is one of the. It's not a Bobby Fish thing. Kyle O'Reilly, he won Bola on his own. He's just a dude that, again, he's another guy that has put his body through hell, went through injury, stuff like that. He's come back. Him coming back at to AEW has been was great to see it happen. One of my favorite interactions was being at an ROH show. And it happened to be a Red Dragon, and I want to say it was at a War of the Worlds show, and I think they were wrestling somebody from New Japan. I apologize for not remembering who. But it was a situation where he got kicked in the dick. Actually, I think it was Tanahashi. He got kicked in the dick by Tanahashi. And then so there was this nice little 2.5 minute rest spot because he actually got kicked. Like it was one of them spots where it wasn't called, and it was just him and Bobby Fish yelling at Todd Sinclair. Did you kick him in the dick? He kicked me in the dick. It was just one of those things. But to have the wherewithal to think about that on the fly, because it was very clear, like it wasn't supposed to happen. It was Tanahashi went for a big boot, and Kyle O'Reilly was way too close to him when he finally went to put his boot up. And so that just the whole process happened that way. It was really fun to see. He's always been an outstanding guy whenever I've had the opportunity to meet him. And yeah, I'm glad he's able to be back doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, love Kyle.
Oh yeah, and one hell of an air guitarist too. Let's not forget that.
Best
Greatest air
guitar
guitarist in wrestling.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Suck on that, Rick Boogs.
Yeah. Fuck me, Rick Boogs.
The fact that Rick Boogs got a stray tonight at the show is hilarious. Fucking A. Husky, who's your number 5?
He's already been mentioned. My number 5 is Chris Hero. Mainly because I'm a massive Kings of Wrestling fan. The work that him and Claudio did together is just, it's a work of art. And also, if you want to see Chris Hero beat the emergency brakes off of a very small man, there's a PWG match with him and Mark Andrews where he just beats the brakes off of this poor kid. Like, he does not stand a chance in this thing. And it's beautiful. It's an absolute work of art. And also is the tag match of the Young Bucks and Death by Elbow. At one of them, there's a super kick spot where they're all giving super kicks, and they finally get Chris Hero to give one. And not gonna lie, that's another one you couldn't pay me to take because he looks like he kills Matt Jackson. And also, anybody that has a Wu-Tang related chant.
Also, wins it all.
Chris Hero ain't nothing to fuck with. That's amazing. That's brilliant. I love it.
He's got one of my favorite Ring of Honor theme songs, and Chris is awesome.
The Chris is awesome theme.
Yeah, by Virix the Virus. Phenomenal song. My number 5 is Trent Acid. R.I.P.
Yes.
The King of Philly.
I'm back.
The King of Philly, Trent Acid, who got his starts very in the mid-90s with ECWA, and then became what magazines were selling was the protege of pro wrestling. It kind of sucks what happened with Paul Heyman and ECW because, him and his tag team partner Johnny Cashmere were on the way into that company. They have a great interview about that, it being, shocked and kind of pissed off that, they're led astray. But whether it was Jersey All Pro, ZZW, even his stuff in Big Japan, where he held 4 different junior heavyweight belts all at the same time, like Ultimo Dragon, with 3 different tag team titles. And
Wow.
also, Trent is one of those guys, when you hear a wrestling move, there's always that one guy you think of. And when I hear the words Yakuza kick, I'm always thinking of Trent Acid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, RIP to the King of Philly, and also a mentor and someone Jordan Oliver looks up to with the moniker Prince of Philly. And my number 4 is a guy who is very niche. He was one of the mainstays in the early days of what you call independent wrestling in the 90s. From Florida, the Black Nature Boy, Scoot Andrews. A guy who was wrestling the likes of Reckless Youth and AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in those early days of the independent scenes. He was always in tournaments like King of the Indies and for APW. He also, little known fact, is the trainer for a one Roderick Strong down there in Florida.
Somebody need a back adjustment.
Yeah. But the Black Nature Boy, Scoot Andrews, if you don't know who that is, look him up. He was a phenomenal technical wrestler with some of the best backbreakers also. And that's where Roderick got those backbreakers from.
Nice. Very nice.
Husky, who is your number 4?
My number 4 is the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. I had to put Eddie on here somewhere, and he was easily going in my top 5.
I respect it.
He is, in my opinion, the best talker in modern wrestling. Like, he's the best promo in modern wrestling. And I say a lot that Eddie Kingston is to wrestling today what Dusty Rhodes was in his heyday, just on his promo work alone. And the fact that he's just like, that is just a regular looking dude that's ready to beat your ass. And one of the greatest promos I've ever heard is a promo he did in Progress, where he runs in on Ilya Dragunov after, I think it was a title match. And he comes in, spikes him with a DDT, and he grabs the mic and he cuts his promo about, I'm sick of making stars. You've probably that promo.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'll beat up Adam Cole. I'll beat up this person. Don't even get me started with the AEW locker room because I'll wear all them motherfuckers out. It's like, yes. I guarantee you that's the promo that Tony saw and was like, get him on the phone. Get him on the phone. There's probably Cody Rhodes saw that and goes, I want to work him.
Yeah.
Give me him.
Eddie, I hate the air you breathe.
His
You breathe the same air as me.
his rivalry, / real life heat with Chris Hero gave some of the best matches in PWG history, and Chikara history, and
and Ring of Honor. The CZW Ring of Honor feud thing. They had that one match where Eddie when they do the power bomb spot on the guardrail.
Yeah.
Hero's like, you okay? Eddie's like, you're fucking dead. just gets up and just punches him in the fucking face as hard as he can. It's beautiful. I love it.
Ethan, who is your number 4?
I'm gonna steal this one from Wheels because he's probably gonna say it. I would guess, but Swerve. Swerve is a guy that made me.
Ain't nobody.
I was real off on AEW, but I knew him. You know, I'd seen him on the Indies, just YouTube clips, things like that. So I knew from there. And then the program between him and Adam Page, I thought I've watched a dude level up in his career. Like, here's a guy who ring wise there was nothing to worry about, and the guy could talk on the mic, but he finally hit that level of like psychological that we only seen like 2006 Randy Orton hit. And when he hit that, I was like, this guy's got the world in his hands. Everybody's going to eat out of it. This dude has taken everything he's learned and he's at the top of his game, and it's going to take an insane thing to happen to knock him off of it. And ain't nobody knocked him off of it. And it's awesome to see that that's a product, and it's really cool to see that he's a guy that like, comes back and gives back to the area as well. Yeah, so it's got to be Swerve.
Zoe, who is your number 3?
Oh, did I not do a number 4? Four.
It's his
What?
4th. He's
4.
on 4.
4.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I was like, bro, I don't get a 4th. That's crazy.
No, 4. I was looking at
Why
my
you gonna do this to
3rd.
him? What do you do to you?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, your number 4.
My number 4 would be Starboy Charlie. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
So good.
my homie, my boy. You know, Starboy. I watched him basically damn near grow up. Funny enough, I was there when he wrestled as Cowboy Charlie, Zombie Charlie. He didn't know what Starboy Charlie was until he hit the age of 17. 17, yeah, that's when he was Starboy, and then founded.
Which is crazy with how young he is. I just now recently realized how young he was as a wrestler.
Oh yeah, that the whole boy thing is real. He the boy started wrestling at like the age of 12. Like he's a child. He's I know how old he is now. I'm not gonna say how old he is, but but he's still a boy. You know, he's still a boy. Not legally, he's not, but he's still a boy.
Yeah.
But nah, he's come a very long way, you know. Then now he's the Denim Dragon. He's not just I'm just Starboy Charlie. Nah, he's leveled up a lot, fixed up his moveset, looks crisp in the ring. Coming back after an injury when he wrestled. What's homeboy's name? The bald guy. Damn. We'll get back to that. He does the Pazuzu bomb. That's all I remember. I forgot his name.
Chris Dickinson.
Yes. So when he wrestled Chris Dickinson and Starboy actually broke his leg. Yeah. So when that match happened, I was scared. I was like, bruh, he is so young and he's got one of the worst injuries ever. And he came back, nothing ever happened.
Awesome.
As a purveyor of airbrushed denim, I appreciate the overalls on that too. Those are sick.
Dude, yeah, his gear's amazing.
Yeah, see, there you go. Shout out to my boy Starboy Charlie. You made my list. Love you. Don't be an idiot, even though you already are.
Now though, who is your 3rd?
My 3rd, Titus Alexander.
Nice. Nice.
West Coast, native, from Sacramento, California. Long history with him. We've wrestled each other for years. Like, if it's crazy enough, I've known Starboy and Titus for the same amount of time, but I've only wrestled Starboy once ever in my life. But I've wrestled Titus a bunch of times. I wrestled him with him and his sister as a tag team. I wrestled Titus in many singles matches, multi-man matches. It's just like he's great in the ring. He puts in all the work. well traveled, just like most of us are right now. Like being me, him, and Charlie being the one, 3 of the 4 pillars of the West Coast Pro is probably like an amazing sight to see, because watching all of us grow together has been like the best story that I can say I'm a part of. So,
Who's his sister?
huh?
His sister wrestles?
Yeah, Titus's sister wrestles, Abigail Warren.
Oh, I forgot that they were related.
Yeah.
Shit.
See, that means they're doing a good job with not coexisting with each other.
Yeah, I was like, hold up. Wait, he's got a sibling in the business?
Yeah, he actually has 2. He has a little brother that wrestles too.
Wheels is like, I gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
I like to get a bit of knowledge.
His name is Bishop Dorian. Yeah, that's the little brother's name. Mm-hmm.
Love this.
Looks just like Titus, by the way. Just thicker. That's it.
Now I'm looking things up now when I get off here.
Oh yeah, going right ahead. Find the boy. Find the boy. He's a great up and comer. Good green. Love him.
Ethan, who is your third?
I'm gonna get a 2-for-1 here. I'm gonna do it because it's a tag. It's a tag team, and when you think of one, you think of the other. Ring of Honor was held down by a couple of tag teams throughout the time, but there was only one that stayed the entire course, and that's the Briscoes.
Let's fucking go.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know you're not gonna argue with me on it.
We're not gonna argue with this one.
It's one of those ones that, like, you had. There were so many, like PWG had so many tag teams, so many great tag teams, and Ring of Honor had so many great tag teams. But really, the ones that, and they were indie the entire way, were the Briscoes. Man, and as much as I miss Jay, I'm a huge Mark Briscoe fan. Mark has always been like he's in. I love the entertainment aspect of wrestling, not just from a wrestling thing, but what can you do in the ring that's entertaining, not just from a talking thing. Mark was always super innovative. He always had really good crowd work. He took one of the he put Hangman into one of the nastiest table spots I've ever seen when his knee was like spurting blood out. At Final Battle 2015 or something.
Yeah.
Might have been 2016. Either way, that was gross. But yeah, also just like generally one of the nicest dudes ever. He was lost at a venue one time trying to find the bathroom. He thought I worked there. And so he asked me, and I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. And so I'm pretty sure he just like went behind some cars in the parking lot. And then like he found me later and he was like, hey, thanks for that. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a rib or you were just like, thought I was looking out for you, but whatever. Either way, those guys, legendary matches. Yeah, it's Ring of Honor's tag team division wouldn't have been the same without them. Red Dragon was there, obviously. Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser, War Machine, all great tag teams. None of them were the Briscoes, though.
No. There's still a tag, not a tag team today that can really hold a candle to what Mark and Jay did.
No. Husky, who is your third?
My number 3 is a former 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion. He's a former 6-time TNA X Division champion, Black Machismo Jay Lethal.
Hey.
Yeah.
I will watch a Jay Lethal match any day of the week. I love watching that man work in any era. He can still go today.
Member of the House of Truth.
Member of the House of Truth.
We're not going to bring up the drama between him and Taylor.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Also, former tag team champion with Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
Great work there.
I remember when he debuted in Ring of Honor as part of the Special K. That was an interesting faction.
Who was all in that again? I don't even remember.
There was like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And they all had rave names.
Bro, that name was so crazy. Oh my god.
Special K is crazy.
I legit just changed the channel after that. Special K. Bro.
It's like, yep, I think I'm done here.
We're not doing that today. I'm already hell. Brother. We ain't brother. Don't do that. Brother. Oh no. Oh.
I don't like any of this.
Good. My number 3 is Mr. 187 from Long Island, aka Queens, Mr. Homicide. A guy who had to go by 187 because we first debuted in 1995 and he wanted to go by Homicide. New York's athletic commission and promoters were like, no.
Yeah, we can't have
That's not happening. A guy who, I don't know how many people know this, but turned down multiple college football scholarships to take care of his mom and could have been on multiple national championship Miami Hurricane football teams.
Really?
That's crazy.
He was a linebacker.
Play football. Huh.
His mom had gotten sick right before the freshman year, and he was like, no. And then it was while he was there taking care of his mom, he was like, I want to give this wrestling thing a try.
And became one of the greatest independent wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta provide.
But he could have lined up in front of Ed Reed. You understand how impactful the 2002 Miami Hurricanes championship team was? 9 Hall of Famer. No, sorry, I'm not going to go on this.
I'm just like, he could have been on those legendary Miami teams, which is kind of crazy. Picturing Homicide play football.
I can't do it.
Yeah. But yeah, whether it's his singles runs in Ring of Honor and Jersey All Pro, the TNA run with Hernandez, is his run in GCW.
Yeah, that last year.
That last run in GCW where he was able to get his flowers from everyone, and everyone was able to get him things. And my favorite combination when it comes to wrestler and manager of Homicide and Julius Smokes, just so fucking good. They complemented each other so well.
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
My number 2, and yes, I'm a fucking homer. I'm biased as hell. I will not run away from that. It's Swerve.
I was gonna say, do we queue up Shaka Khan now?
Yeah. That's right.
I love
the karaoke
Swerve.
version, so we don't get a copyright strike.
Tony Khan, you have the money. Bring Shaka Khan back full time. Shout to JoJo singing it, but there's nothing like Shaka Khan going through the speaker as Swerve is dancing.
They need to at least do it when they're in the Northwest.
Yes.
Like whenever they do a Seattle run, have them do Shaka Khan there.
There's nothing. I remember first seeing Swerve, not even here in the Northwest, but that Evolve and ZZW runs he was happening before Defy was even a thing, where he was like, yes, the match with Adam Page, that hardcore match was great. Him and Cage of Death with Joe Gacy and Ricky Shane Page, was one of the most gruesome Cage of Deaths I've ever seen.
Gnarly, absolutely gnarly.
His stuff in Evolve, where that was that weird era of Evolve where they were pretty much getting eaten up by the WWE, and you got to be a wrestler and you got to choose, like, hey, AEW starting, or are you gonna go sign this WWE contract everyone's getting?
Yeah.
He was doing phenomenal work there. Swerve, fun fact, born at the same hospital.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Shout out to Madigan.
Switched at birth.
Switched it.
But yeah, shout out to the Madigan Hospital, the hospital on Fort Lewis, the Army base. But yeah, no, Swerve is my number 2. And my number 1, Husky knows where this is going. I have made a dozen videos about this man. I am personal friends with this man. He was called in the early 90s the king of independence.
Wait, did we get to do our number 2s?
Oh,
no,
shit.
we haven't done our number 2s yet.
Never mind. Yeah.
Hold that. I'm gonna stop him. I'm like, I have 2 on my list left. I'm like, where are we?
Okay.
The irate brother.
Hi, Zoe. Who's your number 2?
The irate brother. Cut her out. So my number 2 would be Vinny Masato.
Hey,
nice.
Underground legend.
Lucha Underground legend. The man that helped the West Coast build up the way it is now. The trainer at West Coast Pro Wrestling himself. As I said, there's me, Starboy, and Titus were the 3 pillars, 3 out of the 4. He is the 4th pillar of West Coast Pro. At this point, the rebranding and the uprising of West Coast Pro has been us. And now we're trying to build up everybody else, So at this point, Vinny's just out here living his best life. At this point, he's just enjoying wrestling. He's not worried about getting signed or anything. He just wants to have fun now. My boy Sawa, he's wrestled Ishii, he's wrestled Tanaka, done his tour in Japan as well, wrestled for Noah.
He was just on Circle 6 last week.
Yep, see? There you go.
With West Coast Cass, which if anybody's an East Coast fan has never seen Casanova without beard and hair, it's crazy looking. Sorry, I'm not trying to hijack that. I was thrown back by that.
No, it's fine. Hey, Circle 6 and all that. Yeah, I give it to Vinny. He's helping the West Coast build properly right now. So big ups to my boy. Proud of him. He's a great person, and I feel like he doesn't get enough flowers. So I'm gonna keep giving him his flowers up until he decides he's hanging up the boots. Yeah.
So fun fact about Vinny Massaro, in 2001, Portland Wrestling made a comeback, and they were around from like 01 to 04, and it was ran by Roddy Piper and Playboy Buddy Rogers. And Vinny Massaro was actually one half of the last that era of Portland Wrestling's tag team champions.
Well, he's actually defending. I think he's defending that title at JR in Portland. Yeah. Again, FJR people, go support that show.
I was going to say Portland Wrestling's going to have to reboot again.
Yeah,
because the guy who tried to restart Portland Wrestling this time. I have a funny story to tell you guys behind after this show is over about that dude. So
I just realized what this looks like. It's a cat.
I was about to say,
it's a cat. I'm gonna set that down.
Yeah, that was wild. Ethan, what's your number 2?
Keep it on the West Coast for you guys. Samoa Joe. Yeah. I don't need to say anything else. I know he was, I know he's had his runs in AEW and WWE. For me, TNA was always still just an indie. The guys worked, most of the people that worked there, they worked the indies. They weren't wrestling just for that. That wasn't completely paying the bills unless your name was Jarrett or Hogan or Hall. Everybody else was making their name for it. He had some of just the flat out best matches in Ring of Honor history. He's had some of the best matches in, basically every promotion he's ever set foot in. He's, legitimately a badass. It's not a situation where, The guy just portrays it on TV. He's legit. And he beat the fuck out of Necro Butcher, and I fucking hate Necro Butcher. So, I'm here for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Husky, what is your number 2?
All right, my number 2 is one of my favorite deathmatch guys of all time. He is
I was waiting for
2015.
you to say Necro after what
No.
he just said.
No, it's not. It's not Necro. It's not Necro. It's
I
not.
was
be
like,
really
oh,
funny.
shit.
No, he's a former Combat Zone World Heavyweight Champion. He won Tournament of Death 15. Ricky Shane Page.
RSP.
Love RSP. Did a lot of really cool stuff in like Alpha One and Ethan Page's company.
Yeah.
He's the Alpha Male Champion twice. One half of the tag team champions there with Gregory Iron. The whole 440 run was wild because you didn't really see like deathmatch factions like that. It was like the NWO of death matches. Like it was awesome. And like everything that spawned out of that, like Atticus Cogar and everything that they're doing now, him and his brother Otis.
Vandal 48 with Christian Napier.
Yeah, Vandal 48. Well, it's like
My former champion who just had to relinquish the belt was also part of that.
Who's that?
Big Al, Alice Crowley.
Oh yeah.
Shit, fun fact. I wrestled 440 twice.
Oh really?
Which members?
Ricky Shane Page, Atticus, and Eddie.
Eddie only?
Eddie only. Yep, that was the first.
GCW.
No, this was at West Coast Pro.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
It was my faction versus his faction.
We also forgot Vincent Nothing. I don't want to get yelled at by anybody if I see him and forget him.
And
Shout
then
out to Faith in Nothing.
And then we wrestled each other again in Circle 6. So no death match though. It was all regular wrestling.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like anybody like I know that knows Ricky Shane Page just knows him for the deathmatch stuff. It's just like no. Like watch the stuff he was doing in like MLW and like shit like that. Like dude can go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he runs a company too. I think still.
Yeah.
RCW out of Cleveland area. They're kind of on a semi hiatus right now, but that's they still exist.
Yeah, and he was a co-founder of Beyond Wrestling too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, big shout out to Ricky.
Yeah, big shout out to Ricky, not Beyond.
Not Beyond. Or Ricky. Ricky all day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all getting to our number ones. My number one, before I jump the fence, metaphorically, since I can't do it actually, literally jumping any fences.
God damn it, Wheels.
You almost went an entire show without doing it.
You almost got canceled. I'm not even a regular on here, but you almost got.
Oh, bro.
The funny thing is,
you were doing
so this is a regular thing where I just make
you did the Mac and Me thing.
Brother.
Zoe hasn't been around me enough to know that I make these scribble jokes so often. It will happen at an Oblivion show sooner or later. Well, I will make a fucked up joke and make every wrestler in Oblivion just uncomfortable as fuck.
Man.
Especially if I come early, because I am literally, that's the plan.
Hey. Here, man.
My number one is a guy who he is. I'm not even going to list all the fucking accomplishments this man had. They called him the King of Independence. He is from originally New Jersey, but made his known in the East Coast and in the Midwest. Tom Carter, aka Reckless Youth. I have gotten to know Tom very well through Facebook. He has actually taught me a lot about his career and just the business as whole. He is a guy who, yes, didn't get to have that TV exposure that his contemporaries did, but he has wrestled guys like Christopher Daniels and AJ Styleses and the Billy Kidmans and so many others. He's also one half of the. He helped create Chikara. He mainstay in ZZW, Jersey All Pro, Maryland Championship Wrestling. He was their first ever cruiserweight champion from Maryland. He won the Shane Shamrock Cup there. IWA Mid South Light Heavyweight Champion, Jersey All Pro, New Jersey State Champion. If you don't know who Reckless Youth is, he is again a forefather of the independent wrestling scene as we know it today. So definitely go look him up. Husky, you're number one.
My number one is arguably my favorite wrestler of all time. It is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
I respect it.
Just his runs as Ring of Honor World Champion, and
What up, Dad Hat?
What up, Dad Hat? And the craziest matches that he had, especially like the stuff he was doing with like Takeshi Morishima. Those set of matches with him. I mean, the man wrestled with a detached retina. Like, it's insane. And I guess now, after I watched the the Wrestling Road Diaries thing that Colt Cabana put together.
Yeah.
Because of that, he can sneeze with his eyes open now.
That's terrifying.
It's the craziest shit, dude.
That's
it's
scary
so
as
scary
fuck.
looking. Because he's like, I can sneeze and not shut my eyes. And they're like, you're full of shit. And he's like, watch. And he sneezes and he just keeps his eyes open like this.
No, fuck that.
Ah, it's a sleep paralysis demon. Insane. But yeah, just, I mean, what can you say about Bryan Danielson? He is a wrestler, in my opinion. Like, a lot of the people that like I look up to wrestling wise say like Bryan Danielson's one of the best to ever do it, like technically. Mm-hmm. And just watch the stuff he did with Zack Sabre Jr. and the last run that they did.
It was amazing.
Oh my god.
I watched it 3 times.
Yeah, that one definitely has replay value like a motherfucker. Like, it's like I need to just watch a good technical match. It's like, yeah, let me pull that guy up.
I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, you're number one.
So, as stated earlier, I run an all women's promotion. This is why my number one is my number one. My number one is all of your favorite women's wrestlers' favorite wrestler. It's Sarah Del Rey. Sarah Del Rey is every lady that you see on WWE television, and majority of every lady you see on television has at some point had Sarah Del Rey's fingerprints on them. They've been through some form of training. They have idolized her from her days as Shimmer, for basically the reason Shimmer was able to exist because of everything that Sarah did. She's the reason that a place like the Berwyn Eagles Club in Berwyn, Illinois is such a legendary venue, because Shimmer ran out of their 13-hour shows, which is insane, but like that was the demographic at the time. Currently the co-head trainer at at the WWE Performance Center, between her and A-Train, Albert, Matt Bloom, whatever you want to call him. Just like I said, your women's wrestler's favorite wrestler, if they don't say Eddie Guerrero, because most of them will say Eddie Guerrero as well. It helps when they're not that much shorter than he was.
First off,
it's just
right there behind me.
I love Eddie. If you were to give me top 5 all time, Eddie's on that list. But Sarah is between. We've already talked about the time in Chikara. There was time, I believe she spent some time in
Ring
It
of
might be.
Honor?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's excellent. She's my number one. My show wouldn't exist if it wasn't for her, because I can go to everybody on my roster and they're like, "Hey, who do you want to work with?" And they're like, "Somebody you can't get me to work with." And it's because they want to get to that level to be able to work with Sarah Del Rey to continue their careers. That's what I got out of that.
Zoe, who is your number one?
Me. No, I'm playing around.
I wouldn't be mad if you did it.
Funny because I still ain't shit. Like for me, when I started in the independents, like I watched a handful of people. I've watched Roderick Strong, Samoa Joe, Zack Sabre Jr., Jonathan Gresham, and then there was just this one guy that started off as a surfer, and then out of nowhere became the leader of the Bullet Club. It's Kenny Omega.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
no, can't be mad at it.
He literally started at the very bottom and worked his ass off to where he's at now, and still defeated death in the process. It's actually insane. But yeah, no, I've been watching Kenny Omega. Like I watched all of his old stuff. I watched when he was just the surfer guy. Then he was just the anime love, Daijabu guy, whatever. And then he just became the best bout machine. And I was just like, bro, this guy doesn't fucking like what live up to this? Because I didn't want to live up to it. I felt like if anything, like I'm never going to reach that level. I'm doing my best too, but like the way he performs, his pacing is quite insane, quite freaking insane.
It's crazy because when I think Kenny Omega, I'm thinking that Japan run. I legit forget that his phenomenal run in like the PWG West Coast area even exists, because God, he's good.
He's
too
fucking good.
Him and Chuck Taylor have one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Men of Low Moral Fiber.
Yep.
There we go. See?
Can we talk about the weird names that PWG's tag teams are?
It's just a bunch of dudes having fun. Like, that's what that whole promotion is, dude.
It's literally let's go have some fun. That's
like, just listen to the commentary alone. Like when Excalibur gets like another wrestler up there and they're just popping each other, like not even calling the match, just like talking shit the entire time. It's great.
I feel like, and again, I'm going to give you your flowers. I do wish if PWG was still around, because I think you would have been phenomenal in a PWG ring. So,
oh, thank you, brother. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. It was a dream, and then, then I saw where it was going at that point, and I was just like, man, they're bringing in a whole lot of people that are signed. I'm not signed, so I'm just mind my business at this point, and respectfully. But if it happens, I'll be happy. A lot of people want to see me make it to there, because one of my goals was to make it to Japan, and I did it. I've done it, and now my next goal is to basically get signed. So once I got my mind into something, I make sure it happens. So if PWG does make a comeback, I'll make sure I'm on it. Yeah. It's a side quest. That's my side quest right there.
Right.
Good side quest. The main story though, get signed, take care of my family. I'm 31. On the gap 9 more years until I retire. So
is that the goal?
He says that until the check comes. Yes, I know how that. Is.
5. I'm for an extra 5. That's once I hit 4. I'm retiring on the day that I made my pro wrestling debut. So,
if you guys like, and this is just me saying this, if you guys like PWG, there's a company out of Texas that's run. It's run by Matt Palmer. As Athena's husband. It's Metroplex.
Yeah.
Very much like PWG. It's a little bit better presentation, but it's got that PWG vibes, and I fuck with it hard.
Yeah, I've seen some clips online of Metroplex. It looks fucking dope.
Yeah, and it's cool, and they run weekly too. That's the cool thing is it's an independent company that runs weekly shows. So like they're able to cycle in people and get everybody match time. It's not, hey, we have, 8 shows a year. It's we got 52 shows, or with some time off. So
Yeah.
but that's a dope one. Guys like Brick Savage are there wrestling, who is just a monster. Yeah, I would say Abaddon's their current women's champ because they have a women's program now.
Nice.
But yeah,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our Baker's Dozen favorite independent wrestlers of all time. Thank you for joining us here on Co-TV in this new era where XOJ and the OG and B-Roll have let me take control because, someone likes letting the inmate run the asylum on this and our sister channel, World Championship Wreckage. But we're going to do one last little plug of Palooza. Husky, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on TikTok at HuskyRoads912. You can find me on Instagram at The Husky Roads. You can follow my band Widow River at Widow_River on Instagram. You can catch me on Cole TV doing Huskies Hot Takes. You can catch me over at World Championship Wreckage doing the Pit Chronicles, where I talk about all things metal and hardcore and stuff like that. And whenever we stop getting busy, myself, Mike, and Bree will bring Queen's Court back at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's us busy and the WWE's complex on where they're putting their shows.
Yeah.
Ethan,
I was going to say you basically have to be in a polyamorous relationship to borrow everybody's logins for every one of these streaming services,
right?
Right.
Ethan, tell the people where they can find you and what you got going on, because I know you got a big week ahead.
Yes. So, hi, I'm Ethan. You can find me at places, but finding me is not the important part. You want to find Divine Pro Wrestling, which I'll move out of the way. You can find us on IG. We're at Divine Pro 2019. I believe that's Facebook. We're at Divine Pro Wrestling. We're trying to get numbers up. Divine Pro Wrestling 2019 is Facebook. I don't know why the numbers are there. It is what it is. Coming up this weekend, we have Sapphire Series 2 live from Uplift in Ann Arbor. That is a 5-match card. We unfortunately our champion had to vacate, so the main event now is currently the winner of Chelsea Lions and Heather Blue will take on Storm Garcon for the Divine Pro Championship. And then in a hot turnaround, normally we've got about 2 months between shows. This time we have 6 weeks because you can find us again at Uplift on October 10th for Sapphire Series 3. I know it's a Friday, not a Saturday, guys. Don't come after me. For Season of the Witch. But I can't tell you any matches on that because even though I know all of them, I don't want to give it away yet.
That's right. That's right.
Follow for more details.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Alpha Zoe, tell them where they can find you on social media and all the matches and stuff you got going on, sir, because I know you a busy man.
Oh, well, you can find me on Instagram at _Alpha Zoe. You can find me on Twitter at KOT Alpha Zoe. I don't have a TikTok. I don't believe in TikTok. Yeah, I work at a high school, so
Understandable.
Yeah.
Can't let your students find you.
I was waiting for it to just be done and canceled, but we're not going to talk about that. I still say fuck Trump. But yeah, you can find me at West Coast Pro. We have a few shows coming up on there. Please give them a follow. Follow Oblivion Pro. I'll be out that way on the 30th. Wrestling for the Oblivion Pro Heavyweight Championship against Steve Miggs. Fuck that guy. He's bald. And I want to slap. I will also be at Epic Pro this weekend in LA, so give a follow as well. Yeah, I'm kind of going to be all over the place in a couple of weeks. So give me a follow. Watch the journey, see where I go from there, and hopefully you guys enjoy the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zoe, for coming and joining and being the first time on the channel. Very much appreciated. Big bro, I will see you on the 30th. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Cole TV. We will see you again for 2 weeks. in 2 weeks with the next episode of Learning the Ropes. Y'all have a good night. Peace.